Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a quick look outside our weather window on this Thursday afternoon as we head up to our Billy Goat camera. This is overlooking the Methow River where it runs into the Columbia and also the towns of Brewster and Pateros in that shot. Just a few clouds out there today. It was beautiful this afternoon, with high temperatures well into the mid-70s, and enjoy it. The next couple of days, it's going to be nice Friday and beautiful on Saturday, and then by Sunday, things begin to really change. Our weather pattern will transition to a more fall-like feeling out there with increased chances for rain Monday through Wednesday, a little breezy at times, much cooler, and then much wetter as we get into the next weekend. And we'll talk more about that coming up in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. 3 people were hospitalized and an East Wenatchee man faces multiple charges after a collision on Highway 28 near Nile Street late Tuesday afternoon. A 29-year-old Moses Lake man had to be transported to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle with injuries he suffered in a rollover accident late Monday night on Interstate 90. And Wenatchee lawyer and 2-time Chelan County judicial candidate Charles R. Steinberg died Tuesday after collapsing at his home in Wenatchee. But first, our top story tonight. 2 Peshastin residents were killed late yesterday afternoon in a 2-vehicle accident on Highway 2 near the Big Y intersection. The Washington State Patrol said just after 3 p.m., 60-year-old Catherine McDuffie drove her 1979 Chevrolet Camaro north off Dead Man Hill Road onto the highway and into the path of an eastbound 2005 GMC Sierra. McDuffie died at the scene, and a passenger in her vehicle, 59-year-old Mark E. Anderson, later died at Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee. The driver of the GMC, 47-year-old Philip Buterbaugh of Wenatchee, was not injured. Troopers were able to direct highway traffic around that accident scene. 3 people were hospitalized and an East Wenatchee man faces multiple charges after a collision on Highway 28 near Nile Street late Tuesday afternoon. The Washington State Patrol said 61-year-old Roland Morris pulled his 2008 Ford Taurus onto the highway off Nile Street just before 5 p.m. and then collided with a westbound 2019 Honda Odyssey being driven by 88-year-old Kenneth Uptain of Othello. Trooper John Bryant said Morris, who was hospitalized with minor injuries, faces possible charges of vehicular assault, drunken driving, driving with a suspended license, and failure to have an interlock device on his vehicle. Uptain and his passenger, 86-year-old Beverly Uptain, also were transported to Central Washington Hospital. Ronald Uptain suffered a possible broken wrist, and his wife Beverly, also of Othello, possible broken ribs. A 29-year-old Moses Lake man had to be transported to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle with injuries he suffered in a rollover accident late Monday night on Interstate 90 east of Kittitas. The Washington State Patrol said Christopher Beard was traveling eastbound at a high rate of speed in a 2002 Ford Focus when he swerved across the lanes and into a rock wall and then rolled several times before the Ford came to rest on its wheels on the right shoulder. The State Patrol said the car's engine ended up about 20 feet away from the vehicle. Beard faces a charge of driving with a suspended license in the 10:15 p.m. accident. Well, sad news to report tonight. Wenatchee lawyer and 2-time Chelan County judicial candidate Charles R. Steinberg died Tuesday after collapsing at his home in Wenatchee a few weeks after testing positive for COVID-19. He was 55 years old. Steinberg practiced law in Wenatchee for 27 years. He ran for Superior Court judge in 2012 and 2018, but was not elected. Friends said he had dealt with severe COVID-19 symptoms for the prior 2 weeks before his death from an apparent cardiac arrest. He is survived by his wife and his adult daughter. Coming up next, a rape trial that's been pending since 2018 ended yesterday with 1 acquittal and 1 charge and a hung jury on another. That rape trial had to be heard by two different judges after the first judge, Kristen Ferreira, was diagnosed with COVID-19 on September 13th. And the state Supreme Court rules 5-4 in favor of a Malaga cannabis grower and finds Chelan County's 2015 moratorium on marijuana production should not have prevented it from operating. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, Stephen DeVilbiss here, Branch Manager of Beneficial and Home Care. We are an equal opportunity employer and we do not discriminate in employment or services. It is our mission to maximize our clients' physical health and sense of mental well-being while remaining in the comfort of their home. We are currently seeking professional caregivers who share our mission to help our clients live safely and comfortably at home. Call Beneficial and Home Care. Schedule your interview today, 509-663-7900.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
At Wenatchee Powersports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry, with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Powersports.
Welcome back. In another news, a rape trial that's been pending since 2018 ended yesterday with acquittal on one charge and a hung jury on another. The Chelan County jury found Blake Badgley of Kashmir not guilty of third-degree rape, but said it could not reach a decision on the more serious charge of rape in the second degree. Badgley, now 23, was accused of having sex with the alleged victim in June of 2018 while she was intoxicated and unable to consent. His attorney, Brandon Riedall, said the facts and witness testimony didn't support the charges. The Chelan County Prosecutor's Office now must decide whether to pursue a second trial. Badgley must return to court for a status hearing on October 20th. Well, that rape trial had to be heard by two different judges after the first judge, Kristen Ferreira, was diagnosed with COVID-19 on September 13th. Ferreira tested positive after overseeing jury selection. Judge Robert Jordan presided over the testimony and verdict. It's the second time Ferreira has tested positive for COVID-19. The first was in May of 2020. She told NCWLIFE News yesterday the virus left her quite ill last week. She's since recovered and returned to work in Chelan County Superior Court. Well, the rate of new COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties fell for the third straight week in this week's Health District's report. The rate of new cases was reported today at 865 per 100,000 residents over the previous 2 weeks. That's down from 984 new cases per 100,000 residents reported last week. Though still high, the new case numbers have been falling after almost 2 months of increasing cases. Hospitalizations remain high, though, with 55 COVID-19 patients currently being treated at Central Washington Hospital, with 13 of those patients in the intensive care unit. Well, a narrow decision by the state Supreme Court finds that Chelan County's moratorium on cannabis growers in 2015 should not have been used to keep a Malaga farm from operating. Seven Hills Farms won a 5-4 ruling today, with the majority of justices finding that the county's moratorium did not affect the zoning laws under which Seven Hills was already established. The county closed the business in 2017, 1 year after outlawing most cannabis production under revised zoning laws. But the Supreme Court says Seven Hills should have been grandfathered as an existing property use. Chelan County courts must now reconsider that matter. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
A new novel is now available at Amazon.com. The title, Lost Treasure of the China Bar, details life on the Columbia River and Plateau during the 1800s. You ask, is the treasure still buried somewhere near Chelan? Find out by reading Lost Treasure of the China Bar.
Lost Treasure of the China Bar. Buy it on Amazon.com. $12.99 for paperback, $2.99 for Kindle. A great gift.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
14, they come back.
For all the latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight we meet Junie B, the cat.
This week on Pause for Pets, Haley from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society introduces us to a very affectionate cat named Junie B.
Hi, my name is Haley and I'm with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And with me here is Junie B. Junie B is about a year old. We don't know for sure because she came in as a stray. She came in with a few other cats, and she was with her sister for a while in her own kennel, and her sister got adopted. So we know that she is good with other cats. If you do have another cat and want Junie B, we recommend slow introductions at first, but I'm sure they could get along fine, as she's a very outgoing, social, affectionate little girl. If they are interested in adopting Junie B, they can come down to our shelter. We are open 7 days a week. We are closed from 1:30 to 2:30 daily for quiet hour for pets. That way they can get a nap during the day. But they can come in during any time during our open hours to come down to meet her.
Time now to take a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Beautiful day today, wasn't it? I hope you had a chance to get out there and enjoy some of it. Look at this shot right here. It's from our Rondo Sky-Fi Tower camera, and it's looking back down the Columbia River. You can see Turtle Rock right here, and also just some high, thin clouds out there today. It really didn't affect us much today. In fact, we warmed up nicely, unofficially in the Wenatchee area. 77 degrees this afternoon, and that's 3 degrees above where we should be for this time of year at 74. 52 is our overnight low temperature. That's pretty much in the ballpark of 50 where we should be for this time of year. 90, our record high. That was set back in 1974. 1996, it was a cold start to the day at 36 degrees. No new precipitation in the past 24 hours. 3.22 inches since January 1st, but boy, that is really going to change as we go ahead about a week from now and talk about rain totals. That could be about an inch higher than that by next Wednesday or Thursday. We'll talk more about that coming up. Sunrise this morning, 6:49, and the sun will set tonight at 6:56. Let's take a look now at how our Friday weather will shape up. Tomorrow, of course, at least here locally, the big Bridge of Sportsmanship football game, Eastmont and Wenatchee at Eastmont High School. What a day for football. What a night for football, I should say. 80 in Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. 79 the high tomorrow in Wenatchee, 78 in Cashmere, also 79 the high temperature up in Entiat. Beautiful day to be in Lake Chelan tomorrow with a high temperature of 79 degrees. Tonight we can expect mostly clear skies as we make our way through the forecast. It will be mild, a little bit warmer overnight tonight than we saw last night. Temperatures mainly in the mid-50s. Here's our ridge up and over the Pacific Northwest, and there is our next storm system that we'll talk about in a little bit. But Friday, it should be great, as we just mentioned. Lots of sunshine, high temperatures predominantly mid to upper 70s around north central and eastern Washington. As we move you into Saturday, what a fantastic start to the weekend. Sunshine, unseasonably warm. Check that out. High temperatures in the low to mid 80s. But there's our first next storm system moving in, and that will happen as we progress through the day on Sunday. Increasing clouds. We will see about a 30% chance of rain late in the day, and here it comes, and here that storm system is, and that's a typical fall low pressure system, so really no big surprises there. Let's zoom in now for Monday and show you the real rain that we expect. This will be throughout our day on Monday, a 40% chance of rain, highs mainly in the lower 70s. This will move slowly through our area. As we get into Tuesday, look at that. More rain shower activity, still a 40% chance of it. I think most of our rain on Tuesday will be early, but it will be cooler with high temperatures only in the upper 60s for Tuesday. And then as we get back to Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies. There's our next big weather maker, and this looks even bigger than the one we expect this weekend. And look at the cold front associated with that. So enjoy Wednesday, because by the next weekend, we are going to see lots of rain showers. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast now. 54 overnight tonight, 79 tomorrow. How about Saturday? 83 degrees, and then our rainy and cooler period begins. Sunday, a 30% chance of rain. That goes up to 40% on Monday and Tuesday. And by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, not very warm either, with high temperatures right around 68. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Are you a take-charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. The Mariners are playing their best baseball of the season at just the right time. Seattle put together another stellar night of pitching, timely hitting, good defense to beat Oakland 4-1 in its fourth straight win last night. It all started on the mound with Chris Flexen, who allowed just one run on 3 hits over 7 innings.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good fastball to 95. First punch out tonight for Chris Flexen. That drops in. How about that hook? It freezes Olsen. Couple of strikeouts for Flexen right out of the gates. Another 1-2. And he got him. He dots him on the outside corner. 3 straight strikeouts for Chris Flexen. White spikes. Don't you have to have something? Strike 3 called. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Center cut, and he rips right through it. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Fastball off the plate. How about 3 straight strikeouts from Chris Flexen and 8 in total?
Yeah, how about that? Seattle got an early lead thanks to the 35th home run of the season by Kyle Seager and his 100th RBI.
Seager with a deep drive out to right center. This is gone! Home run, Kyle Seager! With one swing of the bat, he becomes only the 9th Mariner in franchise history with a 35-homer, 100 RBI season. Another fantastic milestone for one of the all-time great Seattle Mariners, Kyle Seager.
Ty France would not be outdone as he went deep later in the game to provide a little more cushion.
Like within the same at-bat, you're saying?
Or even maybe the next time.
Kemp watching, and this disappears. It is gone for a home run. Ty France makes it vanish for his 17th. Mariners add on to the lead. It's 3-0 in the 5th inning.
Diego Castillo pitched a perfect 8th to give way to Drew Steckenrider in the 9th to finish off the 4-1 victory.
Canna going after the first pitch. Straightaway center field. Kelnick puts it away. The Mariners have taken the first 3 games in Oakland. They have secured a series win. And the Seattle Mariners now a season best. 14 games over 500. And they have moved on by the A's in the wild card race.
Yeah, the Mariners were going for the sweep today. Didn't start early good. We'll get more on that tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Now, even though the Mariners moved into 2nd place in the American League West and passed Oakland in the wild card race, they were eliminated from winning the division title by Houston's 9-5 win over the Angels. Astros scored 4 runs in the top of the 12th inning to get the victory in Anaheim. Yankees, meanwhile, broke a 3-3 tie on Gleyber Torres' RBI double in the 8th and went on to score 3 more in the frame to beat Texas 7-3. So as we check the wild card race in the American League, there was another shakeup. Tampa Bay secured a playoff spot with its 7-1 win over Toronto. Meanwhile, Boston beat up on former Mariner Taijuan Walker and the Mets 12-5. So Red Sox stay a game and a half in front for the first wild card playoff spot. New York moves into the 2nd spot. Toronto falls a half game back. The Mariners leapfrog Oakland and are 2.5 back with 7 left to play. Well, the NFL has made an emphasis on taunting this season, asking officials to throw more flags. Through 2 weeks, 11 unsportsmanlike penalties have been called across the league, with 3 against the Seahawks and 2 against wide receiver DK Metcalf. Coach Pete Carroll says DK is learning how to be aggressive without going too far.
I'm okay about what he's trying to do. He's battling and he's competing like crazy, but we have to do it within the guidelines, and so that's really important. It's kind of that messaging is important for our whole club after last week. We had a lot of things happen that we didn't need to have happen. Stuff that happened after the play was, finished, and we gave away a ton of yards in situations that we have to do better at, and he was part of that.
Seattle takes its 1-1 record into Minnesota this Sunday to face the 0-2 Vikings. Now, despite the record, Carroll says quarterback Kirk Cousins may be playing his best ball of his career.
He looks terrific. He's throwing all of the throws, whether it's the drop back stuff or the action stuff, on the edge. He uses the whole field. He uses all the rhythms. They're good in the quick game. They're good down the field on their play passes, and he's got guys that he can go to that make things happen on the edge outside. So he's looked really good, and he's accurate, and his arm is strong, and he's taken off a couple times and made some yards. So. This is. I see him as good as I've ever seen him. I think he looks that sharp starting the season.
Seattle, Minnesota kickoff at 1:25 Sunday on Fox. Week 4 of the high school football season gets underway today in our area. Antioch travels to Pateras to battle the Billy Goats. That's at 6 o'clock, and then a little bit later on at 7, Chelan hosts a non-league game against Tonasket at Sargent Field. Well, it's a busy day on the pitch for girls soccer. Let's take a look at that schedule. Freda traveling to Ellensburg, Quincy hosting East Valley of Yakima, Omak visits Cascade, while Brewster plays at Lake Roosevelt. Manson travels to Okanagan. Kashmir hosts Chelan tonight at 6:30. On the volleyball courts tonight, Etihad hosts Riverside Christian, while Pateras visits Easton. The 6:30 games have Okanagan at Brewster. Manson hosts Tonasket. At Waterville-Mansfield visits Soap Lake. Freda is on the road at Othello, while Bridgeport hosts Moses Lake Christian at 7 o'clock. Of course, the game we are going to broadcast live on the NCWLIFE channel tonight, Eastmont at Wenatchee. Both programs coming off big wins on Tuesday after the Panthers knocked off West Valley. The Wildcats came away with a 3-2 win at Sunnyside. I'll be courtside calling the action, beginning with our pregame tonight at 6:45 right here on the NCWLIFE channel. That's sports news. Grant, back to you.
We'll be watching. Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Tomorrow for a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, my guest will be Kirsten Burke. She is the Medicare Stars Program Coordinator for Confluence Health. If you're 65 or older, this is the time of the year in autumn when you start talking about Medicare and the changes to Medicare. Very important information for you folks are going to come your way from Kirsten tomorrow on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, plus your gorgeous weekend weather forecast and everything else you need to start your weekend, the first weekend of autumn. And we'll get you going with all the festivities tomorrow morning, live and local at 7 a.m. for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
High school sports is back, and NCWLIFE Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Charter College, Confluence Health, Diggs Heating and Air Conditioning, and Global Car Care. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
14, they come back.
Are you wanting high-speed internet but don't have access to PUD fiber? Try Sky-Fi high-speed wireless internet from LocalTel. Call 888-8888 today.
Get the fastest internet available in North Central Washington by switching to LocalTel and get speeds up to 1,000 meg. Call 888-8888 today.